you like kayaking and you like fishing, why not combine the two? Kayak fishing is one of the fastest growing sports, and Panama City Beach offers more kayak fishing options than virtually any place I know in Florida. Whether you like flats fishing for trout and redfish, or you want to do something a little more exotic and unique, you can launch off some just sugar white sand beaches at Panama City Beach, and within half a mile, you're out over 60 feet of water over beautiful coral heads for big grouper, red snapper, flounder, so many more species that you'll never find anywhere so easily out of a kayak.
Yeah, so we've got red snapper, grouper, and redfish.
And fishing shallow grass flats is basically light tackle fishing. And that means, in my case, a 7-foot lightweight graphite rod is the easiest. They're the most sensitive, they cast easier, they're comfortable to fish because they are lightweight. 10-pound braid, and when I say braid, it means it feels like thread, is very adequate for virtually anything you're going to catch out here. The fish out here tend not to have big nasty teeth on them, so you can easily get away with a 20-pound leader. Save you a little bit of money here. You don't need any hardware. In other words, you don't need any snaps, swivels, any of that stuff. You're going to catch more fish if you learn to tie a line-to-line loop knot. Leave out the swivel. You want to tie your lures on with a loop knot. The reason for that is it gives them a lot more lifelike movement, especially on the smaller soft plastic lures. And when I say loop knot, I just mean a small loop like that that won't slide down. It's real easy to tie, and I'll show you that in a minute here. But the reason for that is when I twitch any lure, if I tie that down real tight with a hard uni knot or clinch knot, those are good knots, they won't break. But when I twitch it forward, all it does is come straight forward. Whereas if I tie it on with a loop knot, it has a lot more lateral movement. It just looks a lot more natural in the water. All you do is take your leader material and run about 2 inches through the eye of the hook. I'm sorry, pinch it off right there. Form a Mickey Mouse ear and form a second Mickey Mouse ear, just like that. Run the second one through the first one and then just pinch it off. At this point, you take that tag in, run it through that second ear, grab the end of it, fold it down, and lock it in place wherever you want that loop knot to form. Tighten it up with this running line, and basically you're done right there. Nice thing, I wet it down before I give it the final tightening, and then I trim it off. And by the way, if you want a good pair of clippers, these little boomerangs are so hard to beat. They clip braid, they clip fluorocarbon, and they're just almost indestructible. Cut everything very clean, and they're not expensive. Anyway, that little knot doesn't slip. As you can see, it was real quick to tie, but that just leaves me a lot more flexibility. When I twitch any lure, it acts a lot more lifelike, and I think fish appreciate that. And when I'm sliding offshore with a kayak, obviously you have to beef things up a little bit. Instead of this little 6-pound rod here, you might want to go up to a 10 to 20 pound rod. Instead of having 8 to 10 pound braid, you're going to probably want to go up to something closer to 20 or 30, depending on what you're doing. Other than that, the same concepts apply. I will probably go to a 40-pound leader. I'll tie it on the same way. I'll probably make it a little bit longer. I'll probably go to 4 or 5 feet on it, depending on whether I'm bottom fishing or whatever. And there's nothing more exciting, believe me, than catching big game fish out of a kayak. For more information on events and activities in the area, go to visitpanamacitybeach.com.